Greetings, salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott. You are in the Prog Corner, boys and girls, where today I'm reviewing a brand new album from a brand new band out of Norway called Sykofant. Yeah, I'm a little late because I was waiting for these guys to send me the vinyl. Oh, look at this bad boy. We're going to take a look at this in a second. Yeah, I'm a little late. I know a lot of other YouTubers have already reviewed this. Pete Pardo on Sea of Tranquility, Nathan on Shuffle, Notes Reviews is doing it later on this week. Rhyme Signatures has done it. Death by Unicorn has reviewed it. Who am I forgetting? Yeah, there's been a whole bunch of people. Similitude of a Prog. So I wanted to wait till I got the vinyl. Yeah, I got it right here. Let's take a look at this puppy right here. Look at this artwork, man. Thank you guys for sending me this beautiful piece of vinyl. Yeah, if you send me vinyl, you're getting an album review. It's pretty simple around here. Yeah, the artwork is fantastic. I don't know what I'm looking at. What is that thing? But it kind of harkens back to the old days when I'm listening to a record, looking at obscure, bizarre, abstract artwork, wondering what in the world. Yeah, it's a gatefold. Very cool. Yeah, the inside of the gatefold disappointed me a little bit because there's nothing there. But then I realized that there's a 16-page booklet with this thing, man. Look at this. Beautiful 16-page booklet, 12 by 12 booklet with all the lyrics and liner notes and artwork and all kinds of stuff. It's just a beautiful, beautiful package. And then it's the double album, right? This album's long enough to be a double. And let's take a look at it. I got the black variant. I don't really care, about color variants and whatnot, but there it is. There's the label, self-released. I will put a link in the video description to this band's Bandcamp. So you can pick up a copy of this. It's available on digital, CD, or vinyl, which is so exciting for me, man. So let's talk a little bit about these guys. Yeah, they are from Oslo. This is their debut album. They are a four-piece led by Emil Moen, who plays guitar and sings, writes all the lyrics. Per Semb, who plays guitar and writes the music with Emil. They were the two guys that started the band. I guess they were in like some black metal band in Norway, and they recruited a bass player and a drummer, a guy named Melvin Treater on drums, and Sindre Hogan on bass. And I got to give a shout out to Sindre Hogan, man. This guy, you're thinking the right way, Sindre, man. Absolutely. If you want to, get your band noticed, really penetrate the YouTube market and talk to the YouTube presenters out there, because we all fell in love with this band, and you're doing it the right way, man. And sending me the vinyl, what a smart play to get my attention. 6 songs on this puppy. Album runs a nifty 56 minutes, so yeah, it's a nice running time. It doesn't outstay its welcome. Who do they sound like? Well, if you like early Rush, or Led Zeppelin, you might get a kick out of these guys. I'm hearing a little bit of Motorpsycho. I'm hearing a little bit of Pink Floyd in the Atmospherics, a little bit of Porcupine Tree maybe in the Modernisms. But yeah, just maybe a little Caligulaut in there too. But yeah, these guys, when they sent me the vinyl, he sent me a message and he's like, I don't even know if, we're a prog band or not. I don't know if you'd be interested. I don't know if we're pure. This is a prog album. Forget about it, Sindre. I don't know what you're talking about, man. This is as prog as it gets. Yeah, it doesn't sound like Yes or Genesis, but it's still prog. The album opens up with a song called Pavement of Color. Shortest song on the album, so it gets you into Sykofant's universe real easily and without a whole lot of effort on your part. You got a real slinky bass line and F sharp, then some clean guitar chords over the top. You've got 2 guitar players, so you can have one dude comping on chords while the other dude's doing, different guitar figures. So it's a really cool thing. Regna from Spain has that 2 guitar attack that I really, really enjoy also. So it's a thing in modern prog now. You don't need just one guitar player. So that riff starts slowing down and slowing down. Yeah, apparently we're not using a click track on this album. We find that out real quick, that these guys are old school and it's all analog and whatnot. And we get our first taste of Emil's voice here. It's very raspy. You can tell this guy's a metal guy. The closest thing I can kind of come to is maybe John Baisley from Baroness. Sounds a little bit like him. And you get some crunchy guitars, and then towards the end of the song, you get this classic guitar riff that comes in. Then it all changes at the 3:30 mark, and you get a real hard rock, like early Rush kind of figure. Cool song, I like it. Second track is over 12 minutes long, and this one is so cool. It's called Between Air and Water. Starts out with another bass line. This time we're in beat. Then you get some languid and lazy guitar figures over the top. You have one guitar doing some arpeggios, while another guitar is doing some processed effects on his guitar, sounding really good. Then you get a slide guitar solo over the top. And when the vocals come in, it's like all Scandinavian folk sounding, really great. And then you get a... It sounds like a White-Winged Dove by Stevie Nicks there. That guitar is doing that 16th notes in A, and then he goes up to B flat, and it's a whole section, man. The whole section of the song's built around that weird 16th note figure on guitar. We finally get back into the vocal section, and then at the end we get this really cool, like gothic rock kind of thing that turns into surf rock. It's awesome. What a great, great track. I love it. Next up is a piece called Monuments of Old. Track's in like 8.5 minutes long, and it starts out with a bass pulse in B. We're in B again. You get some Pink Floyd like atmospherics here, and then the tempo starts picking up and speeding up and speeding again. We're not using a click track here. No way, boys and girls. Then you get this big Rush moment, right, where all the flanged guitars and sounds like Limelight or something like that. And it goes into like a blues rock section with, you know, your flatted sevens and your flatted ninths left and right. And then it gets into this real funky section, man. Real funky, jazzy kind of instrumental section. That's great. And the album ends with a whole bunch of Alex Lifeson hemisphere chords. You know the chord I'm talking about, that big open ringy chord with the flange behind it. Very cool. Next song is called Between the Moments. This one's like 5 minutes, 13 seconds. I wish it were 5 hours, man. I'd listen to a 5-hour song from these guys. Starts out with a guitar arpeggio and A minor. So we're kind of going A minor to G to F. You know that chord progression has been done a million times. This song's got the better vocal melody, though. I really, really like the melody in this song. Really great. It's very stately and majestic sounding until it gets to the 2:30 mark, and then we get a whole breakdown like a Led Zeppelin or Leslie West mountain kind of breakdown. Very classic rock sounding, very cool. Next song is called Strangers, and it you know, on the vinyl it takes up all of side 3, but there is like a little segue between the two, and most of these songs are connected. So on the vinyl you don't get necessarily that full effect of how the songs crossfade into each other, how Between the Moments and Strangers Strangers just comes right up with this nasty Hendrix chord. You're in B. It throws you up because every time you hear that Hendrix chord, you're always in E. So here you're in B. You're in Phrygian mode, obviously, with the flat ninth in there. You know, so that's how that thing all plays out. So it gives you that real dark and mysterious and dangerous kind of tone. Anytime you're in Phrygian, it definitely sounds that way. And then at the 4-minute mark, the most unexpected thing happens, man. This band just takes a weird left-hand turn, a weird detour into surf rock territory, which then morphs into like a spaghetti western with the hoo-haws and the horses baying in the background. I never realized how spaghetti western and surf rock sounded very, very similar. And then this song ends with like a long 3-minute ambient section, which some commentators haven't really liked the whole bunch. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Ian. But I really think it's necessary because this album has just been on a frenetic pace all the way through with all the hard rock and hard charging stuff that it maybe needed to take a breath a little bit, and adds in the flavor of a synthesizer because we haven't had not one keyboard up to this point on this album. So yeah, we get a little bit of synthesizer here at the end of Strangers, and that leads us right into the final track, which actually picks up the keyboards with an acoustic guitar being strummed. Yeah, we haven't had an acoustic guitar all the way through this album, so yeah, the final track definitely sounds a little different than the rest of them. Starts out in C sharp minor to D sharp minor, and then it goes C sharp minor, D sharp minor to E. It's a cute little chord progression. I really, really like it. But then at the 3:45 mark, that white-winged dove guitar comes back in, and it goes all the way through for the next couple minutes until you get into like this weird reggae section. I don't really understand it at all, but it just sounds so amazing. Then the tempo picks up at about like 2-3 minutes to go in the song, and you're in this real fast-paced 6/8 section, and then you start picking up themes from other tracks. You get the vocal section from Between the Air and Water being played on guitar, and then as the album kind of fades out, you get the intro from Pavement of Color comes back, creating like a cyclical thing where it ends the same way as it begins. And I know quite a few of my YouTube commentators picked that up. A couple of you didn't, man. What were you listening to? If you didn't pick that up, then obviously you only listened to the record one time. But I'm not hating on nobody, man. So what is my score going to be for Sykofant? Oh, let me pull this beautiful record out one more time and just look at this gatefold. Oh, man, I love this thing. Thank you so much for sending me the vinyl. It's always going to be appreciated. My score. What's my score going to be? Let's move that over. There we go. Let's move that over and give this puppy an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, absolutely one of the better debut albums that you're going to hear this year. That is for sure. Man, I got a bunch of album reviews to do. All of a sudden, this year got really, really good. We've got Kaipa we got to look at. We got we got to look at. We got so many great records that are popping up all of a sudden that I'm going to be a busy, busy boy. So anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Peace in the Middle East. Free Tibet, and God save the king. Save King Chucky. Oh, yeah, Chucky needs your saving. He sure does. Bring that boy to America so we can lay some hands on him, do some spells and incantations, and then we're going to dance with them snakes. We're going to dance with them snakes, and we'll cure King Chucky. Oh, yeah, we will. It'll be right as rain. Yeah, you will. See you tomorrow. Peace.